In modern football, comparisons are everywhere. But the debate between Rodri and Declan Rice is a strange one. At first glance, it looks simple. Two elite-level midfielders shaping the football culture of their teams. Yet, the more you watch them, the more you realize they dominate matches in completely different ways. Rodri brings control. Rice brings impact. One manages rhythm with incredible tactical intelligence and game awareness, while the other explodes into moments with physical presence and big game mentality. And when you step back and look at the bigger picture of football evolution, a deeper question appears. Is the most valuable midfielder the one who controls the game or the one who controls the moments? In modern football, every team has that one player who quietly solves chaos before anyone even notices it. And when people talk about Declan Rice, that's usually the feeling they get. If Rodri plays the game like a calm chess master, Rice often looks more like a firefighter running into the burning building. Something breaks in the system, the midfield gets stretched, the opponent finds space, and suddenly Rice appears. That kind of presence says a lot about his tactical intelligence and game awareness within modern football. Back when he was carrying responsibilities at West Ham United, it was almost routine to see Rice doing 3 jobs at once. Recover the ball, drive forward through midfield, then sprint back to cover a defensive gap that shouldn't even exist. It's the type of role that demands enormous physical leadership, the kind that doesn't always show up in highlight reels but absolutely shapes football culture. In many ways, Rice grew into this identity because the team needed it, and that experience sharpened his big game mentality over time. Now, at Arsenal FC, the same instinct still shows up, just in a slightly different environment. The game gets messy, transitions start flying everywhere, and Rice becomes the stabilizer through sheer presence and timing. That ability to recover possession and immediately turn defense into forward momentum reflects something deeper in the football evolution of midfielders today. And once you start noticing this pattern, it naturally leads to a bigger question about how different players influence the game in completely different ways. In modern football, people often compare midfielders as if they were doing the same job. But when someone looks at the bigger picture, the contrast between Rodri and Declan Rice becomes very clear. A good analogy is cars. Rodri feels like a vehicle on perfect cruise control, while Rice is more like a turbo engine waiting for the moment to accelerate. 2 different ways of reaching elite-level influence in a football match. Rodri's game is built around control. His tactical intelligence allows him to dictate rhythm, maintain positioning, and keep the ball circulating with calm authority. That's why he fits so perfectly inside the highly structured system of Manchester City. His game awareness often prevents chaos before it even begins, which reflects an important part of football evolution in modern midfield play. Rice influences the game in a different way. His impact appears in duels, transitions, recoveries, and moments where physical presence changes the direction of a play. That's something fans regularly see with Arsenal FC, and when you put it simply, the difference becomes clear. Rodri controls the game. Rice controls the moments, which naturally leads to the final piece of the puzzle. In modern football, context quietly shapes how we judge players. Put the same midfielder in 2 different systems, and suddenly the perception of his elite level changes completely. That's exactly what happens when people compare Rodri and Declan Rice. Their abilities are undeniable, but the environments around them highlight different parts of their game awareness and tactical intelligence. Rodri operates inside one of the most structured tactical ecosystems in football culture, the system built by Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. Every movement around him follows a pattern, every position has purpose, and that structure allows Rodri to control rhythm and positioning with surgical precision. It's like watching a conductor guiding a symphony orchestra. Every instrument enters at the perfect moment. Rice lives in a different tactical reality. Whether it was during his years at West Ham United or now at Arsenal FC, his value often comes from versatility. He can adapt to chaos, shift roles, cover spaces, and impose physical leadership when the game demands it. In other words, if Rodri is the perfect conductor for a symphony, Rice is the musician who can jump into almost any band and still make the music work. And that idea brings us to the bigger question about what truly defines a football legacy. When you step back and look at the bigger picture of modern football, the comparison between Rodri and Declan Rice becomes less about who is better and more about how different types of greatness can exist at the same time. One represents control, rhythm, and the quiet dominance that defines elite-level midfield play. The other represents impact, physical leadership, and the ability to change the direction of a match in a single moment. And honestly, that's part of the beauty of football evolution. The game keeps proving that tactical intelligence, game awareness, and big game mentality can appear in completely different forms. Some players shape the structure of the match, others shape the moments that everyone remembers. Both paths can build a powerful football legacy. So now the real question is for you. When you watch a game, what impresses you more? The player who controls the entire rhythm of the match, or the one who steps in and wins the moments that decide it? Drop your opinion in the comments, because debates like this are what keep football culture alive. And if you enjoy breaking down modern football like this, the tactics, the mentality, and the bigger picture behind elite players, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because there's a lot more to explore in this game than what we see on the surface.